Welcome. Glad you guys can join us. Memphis in the house. What's up? Mike, what's going on? Dallas in the house. Cowboys. Football season. What's up? New York City in the house. Celeste, what's up? How are you? Boston in the house. Houston in the house. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Gold Coast. What's going on? Orlando in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ice cross. When the market is trending, so in this case, this situation right here, DXY was going up, right? You even look at your MACD for those who use at it, right? Momentum is up, right? During this time when momentum is up, at this initial crossover, when price crossed over, right around here. When price happened, price broke down. I think some Euro news on Thursday, right? But what's funny is Toronto, what's up? Welcome. Jamaica, welcome. A lot of times I find like when there is no news, that's when the market likes to move, right? So let's see what's going on. Start with the DXY. So DXY is starting to break down, right? We were looking for a continuation up. Now it was starting to make it, right? You had your bullish flag, price was going up, but then what happened? Price broke down. Now you have to understand something. All right, guys? I want you to understand something. When the market is trending, all right? When the market is trending, so in this case, this situation right here, DXY was going up, right? You even look at your MACD for those who use at it, right? Momentum is up, right? During this time when momentum is up, at this initial crossover, when price crossed over, right around here. When price crossed over right around here, this is where the uptrend started beginning. Like I said, when you make your way down to a smaller time frame, so I'm going to go down from the 1 hour, so I want to utilize pretty much the 30-minute, 15-minute. Now, again, once I move down after I mark up my first time frame, so if I stay on the 30-minute, when I'm watching for the pullback, the flags, I has to be on that time frame. We talked about that last session, right? So notice here on the 1 hour, we're in an uptrend. 1 hour uptrend. We've made this cross. We are no longer in a downtrend. We are in an uptrend, right? MACD crossed on the 1 hour for an uptrend. MACD cross for a 1 hour uptrend. Zero line cross on 1 hour. All right, you have to remember. So now we're no longer in that downtrend. We are now in an uptrend. So when I go on to the 30-minute, right? When the 30-minute, you got to keep in mind, I am in this uptrend. Even though this is pulling back on the 30-minute, right? This is pulling back on the 30-minute. All right, this is pulling back on the 30-minute, so we're going to mark this off. So this was a 30-minute pullback. So I got a 30-minute pullback, right? Also retest. We talked about that a lot, right? On last session, retest. Just because it pulled back to the zero line here, if I go back on the 1 hour, look how the histogram looks. It's still strong. We're still in that big uptrend because 1 hour reigns supreme over the 30-minute. So keep that in mind, right? I will only fear for a real crossover, a real break. Not only does price need to, break my trend line and everything like that, but I would have to see a 1 hour cross, right? I would have to see a 1 hour cross. I don't fear this 30-minute pullback. It's not stronger than the 1 hour. So all this is, when it's pulling back like this, all it's doing is allowing me to position myself for a buy. So I had my breakout, my impulse. This was the 1 hour cross. When I drop down to, let's say, the 30-minute, 15-minute, when this is pulling back, this is just giving me the opportunity. Now, as you can see, right, price is consolidating. It's staying above my moving average if I have it, right, once I factor in other confluence. So now I have a clean trade to the upside, right? I have a clean trade to the upside. Boom. And then the same thing again, 30-minute. I wait on this 30-minute to pull back, right? If I go on the 1 hour, that same pullback right here on the 1 hour time frame. All this is, you see, as you can see, look how strong the histogram is on the 1 hour MACD as opposed to the 30-minute. 30-minute, it's pulling all the way back. You would think the trend is about to shift based on the 30-minute, but no. On the 1 hour, I'm still in a nice clean uptrend. That's what you guys have to keep in mind. That's what you guys need to really understand and realize, right? Again, too many of us fall in love when we move down to a smaller time frame and you think all the action is happening there. No, all the action's happening here. This is where I did my analysis, right? This is where I did my analysis. So if this signaled the crossover for the uptrend, right? This was the signal for the crossover on the uptrend based on the 1 hour. Anything I do on any smaller time frame lower than the 1 hour, I want to be in line with what's going on the 1 hour and up, right? So when I go down to the 30-minute, down to I'm looking to buy. So I always want to wait for these pullbacks. I want to wait for that pullback, that pullback. I want to wait for that pullback. And I want to let it pull back all the way until price crosses over again. Right? Until price crosses over again, which was right around here. So I have one opportunity, two opportunity, right? Outline this. Two opportunity. And that's my third. Right? That's my third. If you notice, when this was pulling up, and check this out, you have a little divergence here. See when this is pulling back, see what price is doing here? You had a little small ascending channel, right? So that's another signal right here that, price is definitely going to drop, definitely going to pull back, right? Notice how when the MACD moves, your indicator moves, price moves the same way. You see, you got your uptrend. When this was pulling back, this was correcting. When this was pulling back, this was correcting. Notice when this was pulling back, what was this doing? Right? So your indicator and what price is doing should always be in alignment. If they're not, some type of reversal is coming. But look at your three opportunities to basically buy. You had one here, one there, one there. Right? So what happened when price was pulling here? When price was pulling back here, you had a complete crossover. And what did price do? Price broke my trend line. Price broke my trend line. price is now also under my moving average, right? I got a zero line crossover. I got all these confluence telling me that we are no longer in this uptrend. We're no longer looking for a buy. Now we got a sell opportunity. Right? And you see that based on the 1 hour. What's happening on the 1 hour right here? So now when I trade on the 30-minute, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for this to pull back, just like what happened over here. I don't sell here. I wait for the pullback. Let it get back to that zero line. It hasn't gotten there yet, right? Hasn't gotten there yet. Look at your, look, right? It's still moving. Momentum can still come all the way up. So this, even though this is dropping, price can fake out and then continue pulling back. So I want to wait for price to pull back to that zero line and then wait for another MACD crossover before selling. Right? You're just lining everything up. But the main thing, and that's why I always tell you guys, focus on the higher time frames because they hold more weight. If I'm in this downtrend, right? You see this right here? Before this broke, right? Prior to that, look, I'm in a big bullish uptrend. I go to the 1 hour, I'm in a nice bullish uptrend, right? So what I want to do is I want to get to basically a time frame where price is pulling back to that zero line crossover. Price is pulling back to that zero line crossover. And all I'm waiting for is for it to cross back over for the buy again. And that's where I buy. You see what happened here? When this pulled back, it broke my trend line and now it's starting to shift direction, right? We didn't get what it did here. It would have been fine if it crossed over like it did here, stayed, and then came back up. Look how price stayed above everything, but it didn't do that here, right? So it's just literally waiting, letting market pull back before buying or selling, all right? So quick recap of what we went over on Sunday. Now we can move to the charts. And price didn't make it to the top there. That's all right. Again, we're looking to sell, honestly. So what we want to see here is a bearish flag. So basically your retest, right? We want to see this pull back before selling. Now you can watch this 1 hour, 30-minute. You got to pick. So if I'm on the 1 hour, I got to wait for this to pull all the way back. 30-minute, same thing. I can't go down to the 5-minute, the 1 minute, right? I got to stick it and watch. So if I watch this on 30-minute, I got to watch for this to cross over, come back before selling again. All right? So bearish flag, and we're looking for that drop. Yes, Soslin 1717. That's a good way to look at it. It's like a GPS telling you where price is going. So again, it's a momentum indicator. It, you know, when it's green, pretty simple, right? Kind of self-explanatory. When the market is going up, that's going up. When the market is going down, it's going down. The key component is that zero line crossover right there. That's letting you know when price is breaking through that back and forth, it's letting you know the trend is shifting. So whenever you're looking for a trend shift, you're looking to buy or sell. That's what you want to see. You want to see that crossover, right? But when the market is trending, so in this case, when this was trending the way it was right here, right? Now, again, rule of thumb, I want to wait for price to pull back to that zero line crossover right there, right? But look at all these pullbacks here that happened. That's where utilizing a smaller time frame comes in handy, but I want to be in line with the trend. So I know I'm in an uptrend based on the 1 hour. So when I go down to the 30-minute, all I'm looking for is price to pull back to the zero line crossover. And every time it crosses back over for a buy, like it did here, like it did here, like it did here, that's your opportunity to jump in the trade. All right. But yes, like a GPS, it's there to guide you, let you know which direction the market's going. Euro USD. All right, so Euro USD, for the most part, I was looking for it to drop. It was playing out. I don't know if anybody took that sell. We had a small sell here. Nothing crazy. It didn't drop. Nothing insane. Right? Probably around 20 pips before reversing. Right? So broke this. All right, cool. Right? We're getting a crossover right now. No problem. What I want to see is I want to see a break, retest. Right? So breaking out right now. Let it impulse some more. Get your retest before going long. All right. All right. So we've broken out here. Price has broken trend line. All right. Cool. Right. I got a bullish flag. That's another good sign right there. Right. So keeping this in line, what I want to see is, which it's already doing, wait for it to pull back to around that zero line crossover and then look to go long. Right? We're looking for EU to reverse anyways long term, right? Long term, we're looking for this to reverse. We got a nice reversal pattern forming, right? So any opportunity we get to buy, we want to look to buy, right? Unless the market changes structure and tells us otherwise. But as of right now, we are looking to buy, right? So price is broken trend line. Wait for that retest. All right. Wait for it to come back, pull back. Don't buy now. You've already missed that wave. You've already missed that part where it's crossed over, where you should have bought here. Let it pull back. Come all the way back. You're not going to miss nothing. Don't worry. You got a long way to go up. Wait for all the parameters to meet before buying. Wait for that zero line crossover and then buy. On the retest. So after the retest pullback, then you can look to go long. All right. Especially if the DXY drops, that'll be easy. All right. All right. So real quick, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you how to file your taxes. But what you'll basically do, what I'll say is, however money you take away from your broker, right? Like real honestly, if you withdraw anything less than like 10 grand, I mean, especially most people lose. You don't have to really report that. It's really once you get over the 10K mark, you start withdrawing like big withdrawals. You get to like the 10, 20, that you have to report. Now, if you use a United States broker like a Wanda, they'll usually send you a tax form. And 9 out of 10, they even themselves report to the IRS, letting them know that, you've made some profits over here. So you can't just like, oh, I made money. Hopefully nobody knows. With offshore brokers, they don't send you nothing. It's up to you to report. So that's on you. All right. That's on you. Now, how much you pay in taxes, it all depends on what state, where you're located, how much you potentially owe based off passport, based on back taxes or whatever. So again, you would have to consult. But as far as getting a form and everything like that, you just basically gather all the amounts. You can actually even claim losses, right? You can claim losses. So like if you lost a big amount, just get all the receipts, because remember, all your brokers, they send you your daily updates, your daily report at the end of the day. So you just gather all of that, bring that to your accountant, file the necessary paperwork. Again, depending on what state, it'll vary, and you'll process that accordingly. All right. So that's how you want to go about that. All right. Yes, that's right. If the DXY drops, all the majors should go up. All right. Pimp that pip. Some of you guys got some interesting usernames. All right. Pimp that pip. All right. So again, last session, Sunday, was a really good session on that. That's what I'm talking about. Basically, when trades are breaking out, so you're talking about breakouts. So again, and you should watch last session, Sunday session, watch the recording specifically on that. When price is breaking out, you don't get in on the initial breakout. So like right here, when price is breaking out, I don't want to get in this trade. Because if you got in this trade, especially if you got in early, all right, you maybe caught 12 pips, but this is the pullback that's happening right now. You see, even it's wicking back right now. You see, some of you guys were thinking, oh, I see a bullish flag, let me start buying. But look, price is already pulling back. Wait, that's why I'm trying to show you guys how to properly use the MACD, your indicator. Wait for this to pull back. Let it get back to that zero line. That's why I'm giving you these examples, right? When the market is trending, notice, right, this downtrend. Notice how every time price, so this was the breakout. I don't get in on the breakout here. I get in on the retest. So as long as on the retest, price is not breaking the other way, you see how price stays below my trend line? Price is staying below my moving average. Everything is in alignment. I can now sell again. I'm okay to sell again. And you can keep doing that. You see, wait for another retest. And then boom. That's why I always tell you guys, even before I started explaining this in detail, I'd always tell you guys, never buy off an impulse. Right? You don't buy or sell off of this. You buy and sell off the retest, the pullback, the flags, which I've been trying to teach you guys for the last how many years, right? Wait for that, right? So I went in more detail on Sunday session. I'm not going to go all the way into that again. That's going to, keep me here for another 2 hours or so. So I'm just doing a quick recap and showing you guys again, when price breaks out like it's doing here, right? On the 1 hour, it broke out here. Okay, perfect. What I want to do is 1 hour, probably 30-minute, right? Because I want to catch this early. I want to wait for this to pull back to that zero line. Wait for it to pull back to that zero line. If price pulls back to that zero line, it stays above the moving average, everything, and it doesn't go back underneath this trend line for a downtrend, I can look for my buy. All right. Now, this is not something, even if I'm saying it to you, I haven't gotten to gold yet. So you're going to have to wait for gold. I'm going to get to all those pair, guys. You're going to have to back test this. This is part of being a trader, guys. You can't just watch a video and think, okay, let me go out and start trading. You have to back test this. You have to bring up your chart, and before you start buying, sometimes you have to take like a week off from trading and just back test, study, right? People who study, they're the ones who pass the test. A lot of you guys, you don't want to study and just want to go trade. Back test first, right? Me doing this, marking it up, honestly, it gives you a small insight, but it's not until you actually go and do it are you really going to see it. Is it really going to click? Right? I've rarely met anybody who's been able to really watch or read a book or anything without implementing. You got to go and implement. You got to go actually put this into practice. So if you're just right after the session and then you're going to try to go trade without perfecting, really understanding how this works, yeah, it's not going to work. All right. If you want to be an intraday trader, should you find a trend on the, yeah, so if you're an intraday trader, so you just use a smaller time frame, right? So I'd use like the 1 hour, and then I go down to like the 30, 15 minute. But honestly, now you're cutting it close. If I go down to the 30 minute and then I'm using like the 15 5 minute, understand something. So this is a perfect example. I'm on the 30 minute. So 2 time frames lower, I'm on the 5. So now I'm going to be buying and selling at every corner. So this is perfect intraday. So this was my breakout right here. Price pulled back on my MACD. So basically what I'm looking for is every time price crosses over, I'm looking to buy, right? So you might have bought over here, most definitely would have bought over here, right? Based on your rules, right? Over here, you got nothing. You got 4 pips, right? If you're an intraday trader, these are the type of, trades you're looking for. You're looking for 5, 10, 15 pips, right? Over here, an example, 6 pips before it's pulling back. So that's why I don't trade on the smaller time frames, right? That's why I don't trade on. So a same move like this, when I'm marking up on the daily, when I enter on the 4 hour, while somebody who's intraday trading or scalping, they're getting only 6, 10 pips. I'm getting equivalent to 100, 200 pips, right? So I rarely see anybody. I've honestly yet to see anybody become a multi-millionaire, especially within IML or this IML sphere, grabbing just 5, 10 pips. So you got to be very careful once you move down to these smaller time frames like that. All right. So GU right now moving a little bit up, right? Now on the higher time frame, obviously we're in a downtrend, right? I got this bearish flag. Price is still within this structure here, so I'm still looking for the sell. But on the smaller time frame, we do have a buy opportunity here, right? So I got a strong impulse. Let's go down 30-minute, right? So as you can see, nice strong impulse there. I'm getting a bullish flag now. Right? So again, since this goes in line, right? Look at my MACD. See how big impulse? Let this pull back, right? Because on the 1 hour, I've made that cross to go up, right? Keep in mind the overall trend long term, we're still down. We're still in a sell. I'm actually looking for this to drop one more. But based off of this, so 1 hour, I got my cross. My uptrend is beginning. So on the 30-minute, all I'm looking for is a retest and to go back up. Wait for that for a buy. And I would buy probably right up to the top of that trend line right there. Top of that flag channel right there. So, 50 pips, a lot better than 5. So wait for price to retest. All right. Wait for price to retest at 0 line. Stay on the 30-minute. Wait for it to retest. See like what it did here, how it retest and then came across. So it'll let you know once it's coming across. You'll know price is above this and that. You'll see it. You can't miss it, and then you'll get your move to the upside. All right. So bullish flag forming on the 30-minute. For a buy. No, selling now would not be a good idea. Clearly, we're not paying attention. No, don't sell now. Unless you have a strategy that's telling you to sell now. Right? I would not sell this. If you're talking about selling within inside that, I wouldn't even do that. You see, you guys gotta pick your battles. You have to pick your battles, right? Like what's the over what is one, you got to figure out overall what you're looking for as a trader. What are you trying to accomplish? That's number one. Number two, right? Before you buy or sell, is it worth the risk? Is it worth putting your account on the line? Like right now, what are you selling? I just told you. So long term, this is a sell. But what's happening right now, right? Even on my 4-hour time frame, right? Price is on a little bullish up move. So if I wanted to sell this based on the 4-hour time frame, I would need a what? A 4-hour MACD crossover, right? To come back around before selling. Even on the 1-hour, I would need that to come back down around and cross over before selling. So I'm asking you, where am I selling at? What sell opportunity do you see? There's no sell opportunity, right? There's no clear sell opportunity right now, right? Where you just can't jump in the market and just buy and sell. Like we got to really understand when we're buying, when we're selling, and why we're executing that trade. So I just explained to you right now, we're part of this structural flag right here based off a bigger time frame. Yes, based off the daily. You got to understand, this is the daily time frame. That means each candlestick takes a day. So this is going to take a while before this actually moves. Based on the smaller time frames, yes, you can have small moves to the upside, which we're having right now. So that's why I said, if you're a person who likes to scalp, who likes to grab 20, 30, 50 pips, you have a buy opportunity setting up. Just let everything set up first, right? So all these buy opportunities right here, right? All these buy opportunities. So let me tell you the difference between all these crossovers. When this was crossing over here, guess what? Price wasn't, first of all, this was my first crossover from this downtrend, right? Price was coming from a downtrend. So that was my breakout. So again, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for my retest, right? I'm waiting for my retest. So technically that's my impulse, and this is my bullish flag based on the 30-minute time frame, right? So I got small little buy opportunities here, but this is the one that really takes off. So if I would have bought here, stop loss down here, luckily I never got tagged. I would have probably bought again here, but this is the one that takes off. So you see here, right? Uptrend, boom. So same thing. If this is my impulse, the breakout, I want to wait for that to retest. Pull back, stay within this range, stay above my moving average. That's a very good sign. And then look for my buy. So if you're in a flag on a 4-hour, yes, you would want to look, you want to move down probably to the 1-hour to catch that entry. All right. Odd USD. All right. So like perfect example, this waiting for a buy. Now price didn't pull all the way down the way I wanted to, right? It might not do that. It might just stay like this. So right here, whether the 1-hour, 30-minute, probably watch 30-minute, you want to probably start looking for some buys. Probably around London session. I don't know if it's going to pull down all the way here, but you'll for sure get some type of fake out down here, and then you're going to look to go up. Right? You're going to look to go up. So this is actually a nice clean move. Everybody can look. I would like to see it come down here around these levels before buying. But boom, right? We're getting the cross. Price is starting to shift. So now you want to start looking for a buy. So divergence is when your indicator is going one way and then price, you're looking at price and it's going the opposite. So like this, for example, this is divergence right here, right? See how price, right, is going one way and price is starting to go the opposite way, right? This ascending channel. See how price is going up and then price right around here is starting to begin this downtrend while this is going up. You have your downtrend, but it's still in this ascending channel. So it's basically when price is going one way and your indicator is going the opposite. So you start seeing divergence. That's really the whole point of the MACD. That's what it stands for. Moving average, convergence, divergence. So it's all in one. So it'll let you know when you have divergence. It'll let you know when crossovers, signals, all of that stuff. It's all in one. Right? Right. Another one, again, something like this. So you see how this kept moving up and this started to get weak, right? So what happens is eventually, while looking at price, it's going to break down because momentum is shifting and going the opposite direction, right? So the rules stay the same, right? So I got my breakout out of this channel. I'd move down to a smaller time frame. And all I'm doing, same rules, they apply, right? So that was my breakout. I'm just waiting for the retest. So you see when it retest here, pulled back here, notice how price stays below. Now I'm no longer in this uptrend. I'm no longer in this uptrend. That's how I know this retest is safe. I'm no longer in this uptrend. When price pulled back here, I'm no longer in this uptrend. So all I got to do is, I don't care how long it stays on that little bullish move. So it can consolidate. I'm just waiting for that crossover right here, which would have been right around here to sell. That's it. Right? And then I wait for the same thing again. Just wait every single time. Wait for it to retest that zero line. Wait for it to retest that zero line until the market gets ready to reverse, right? So watch New Zealand USD. I think this is a good one right here. I think this is a very good one right here. Look to buy at the bottom, right? Or just wait for a strong bullish impulse up. Right? One or two. Watch for a strong bullish impulse. Right? Look at this downtrend and look what price is doing here. So there's a very strong chance this is going to reverse. And then you would have a nice move to the upside. Nice strong move. 300 pips to the upside. Yes, you can tell when price is not going to continue based on your markup. All right, guys. So I must have a lot of new people on tonight. All right. So your first due diligence is you have to mark up your chart. All right, guys. You have to mark up your chart. All right. What I mean by marking up your chart is what I'm saying is by looking at the chart and finding areas of where price is potentially going to reverse, potentially is about to hit a strong support, resistance, supply, demand. So for example, if I was in a sell on New Zealand USD, which we were, right, this would be an area I would take profit. Why? Because when I look left, look what happened. Price reversed. You know, price didn't come all the way down here, but it reversed. So this is a good area I would want to look to take profit. So now, because I did my work based on the daily time frame, right? I'm on the daily time frame. So when I look to buy, right, I'm seeing this reversal pattern forming. My take profit is all the way up here because, right, this is my next strongest resistance area. All right. Now, if price doesn't make it there, and that happens a lot of times, right? Price is rarely gonna just drop all the way or shoot all the way up, right? You're gonna have pullbacks and corrections and everything like that. You just trade it based on what the market is doing, what patterns you're seeing. Like I said, when the market is trending, like it was here, when the market was trending, this is easy, right? That's easy. That's easy to trade because, again, when the market is trending, it's constantly gonna give you bearish or bullish flags. It's gonna retest your zero line MACD to continue trading within that trend. So you know a reversal is coming. Price breaks my trend line. It breaks structure, right? I got the retest. So this is why you don't trade breakouts. Price broke out here, and then what did it do? That was my breakout to let me know we're no longer in this downtrend no more. That's my breakout. That's why I said wait for the retest. Boom. It's that second crossover. Now begins that uptrend. All right? So you, yourself, as a trader, you have to do your due diligence. And you have to mark up the chart. Based on your markup, okay, so if I'm trading based on the 1 hour time frame, I can say, hey, my next resistance point is here because this is where price struggled at. Look how strong this bearish candlestick was. So if I do get in a buy, I can have a potential take profit here based on what I see here to the left, right? To make it simple, always look left. When you look left and you see what price has previously done, because the market repeats itself, you know, okay, potentially price will struggle here because I had a sharp move down. So I might take profit right here. Based on the daily time frame, long term, I'm going to take profit up here. Right? So first thing you have to do when finding take profits, wondering how far price is going to go, you guys have to do your due diligence and mark up the chart. Now, my recommendation, always the higher time frame, daily, weekly. But some of you guys, if you want to mark up the 1 hour, all right. So go to your nearest resistance point. Go to your nearest support. So I know if I'm selling to this level. If I'm buying to this level. Then I'm going to buy to the next resistance level. So on and so forth. Make sense? All right. On USD CAD. So USD CAD played out. I don't know how many of you guys took this trade. I took this trade. I got stomped out about an hour ago, but this played out pretty good. Right? We had a bullish flag here. Right? I said I like this pair very much. This was a good setup, and it played out nicely. Right? So look, we were already in a trending market. Right? See that? See right here? Once I get a crossover on a higher time frame. So in this case, this is my 4 hour. Right? So right here, the moment I got that cross right here, I'm in an uptrend. Until price breaks my trend line, and on top of that, I get my crossover here, I'm not selling. All these pullbacks are just lining up for the next move up. So how I'm going to catch all these, right? All that is I'm going to go onto the smaller time frame, right? To the 1 hour. So for example, all these flags, right? The moment price breaks up and you see it, right? Boom, 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 boom. Right? Same thing. Price pulls back, came up, boom, boom. Same thing here. So how did I catch this? And I'll use the replay for that. So this was on the 1 hour. I had it marked up right over here and replay. So look, right? We had a bullish flag. So again, for me to get into the buy, I need two things to stay in play. I need one, this trend line cannot break. Right? Why? Why cannot this trend line? Because it represents the overall current trend. All right? So that trend line cannot break. Okay, cool. Number two, I need a zero line crossover. All right. If I get those, as long as price stays above this trend line and I get that zero line crossover, I can now buy. So watch what happens when price is going. And look, just watch. And this is what you guys need to do. This is when I say back test. Do your homework. Don't just get off these sessions, my sessions, anybody's session, and then think you're a master trader, right? Like you have to put these strategies, put these systems to use. So watch, literally. All right? And this is the beauty right here. While it's doing all of this, I don't need to be worried. I don't need to be worried. All I'm looking for is price to break above, see some green momentum over here before I buy, right? As long as I don't get the trend line to break here on the overall trend and I get my zero line, I'm good to go. So you see that? You see that little green smidget starting to develop right there? So that means in this area, I want to start looking to buy. Once I buy here, my stop loss would be below my previous low, right? If you don't want a big stop loss, so for me, like I said, I always look for around 30 pips. So I had 30 pips, I just kept it. But as you can see, around 31.9 is the lowest point. I try not to go more than 30 pips on a stop loss. So my entry is right around there. All right. So get your movement and then voila. What do you see the market doing? And for added bonus, price is above my moving average. So I have everything in line on this trade. Everything's in alignment, right? Again, on the 4 hour, on the 1 hour, we are already in an uptrend. This trend line, that's why, you see why I put rule number one? This trend line cannot be broken. It represents the overall current trend. What's the overall current trend? It's up. So I just want to be in line with the current trend. I don't care about these sell opportunities. I don't care about this. I don't care about that 20 pip move, this 20, I don't care. I need to be in line with the overall trend. Once I'm in line, then I have my move to the upside, right? Now, I was looking for this to go higher. Now you guys pretty much get the point, all right? So I was looking for this to go higher, and it probably still can. Like I said, I got taken out right around here. If you guys remember, I was looking for this to go pretty much right around here, which it still can. It still can, right? Because at the end of the day, overall, we're still up, right? All it could be doing is creating just a bigger flag. No problem. I'm getting a pullback anyway. So this will just give me another opportunity, If everything stays in alignment, then I'll still get my move to the upside, right? But once I'm up about, let's say 10, 20 pips, I move up my stop loss. I have a risk-free trade, and then I let my trade run. And then I go about my day. I don't watch the chart for the next every 5 minutes to see every pip move, to see if my trade has moved. No, I'm in profit. I move up my stop loss. I let my trade run. If I get taken out, oh well. And then I look for another opportunity. So when I came home today around 5 o'clock, I noticed I was taken out of my trades. No problem. I look to get back in again with the same rules in place. I don't revenge trade. I don't get emotional. I don't get mad. I don't throw my laptop or any of that. I look for the same rules. I'm still looking for that move to the upside. I will only consider my sell if price breaks my trend line, right? It gives me a flag or a retest, right? That there, and then I'll look for the sell. And that's it. That's all I'm literally doing, guys. That's all I'm doing. I'm just following my rules. That's it. I'm just following my rules. So even though this is dropping right now as a sell, again, my overall trend is up. I'm still above my trend. I'm still above my moving. All of those things right there. So until the market shifts and tells me otherwise, I will still look for a buy opportunity. All I'm going to do, I'm going to do the exact same thing here, what I did here. Let it pull back, however much it wants to pull back, and I'm waiting for another MACD crossover for a buy. Or buy. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, right? It requires patience. It requires letting the market do what it does, right? Controlling your emotions and literally just waiting. That's it. That's all I'm doing. All right. So that's what we want to see on UCAD. Again, wait for that. Wait for another crossover. You can watch that on the 1 hour. So you guys know where my target is. I'm targeting up there, right? So again, I'm always looking for high reward trade setups. If I'm risking 30 pips, as you can see, if I'm looking for 159 pips, I got a good risk to reward, right? My risk to reward is always the same. Whatever I'm risking, it's at least 3 times that amount, my reward, all right? So watch pretty much on the 1 hour, 30-minute for that to boom, and then you'll get your buy. The correlation is if one goes one way, the other goes the opposite. That's whenever somebody says there's a correlation between pairs, that means if one goes one way, the other goes the opposite. So the big correlation with USD CAD, the reason why, mostly because of the CAD. CAD is pinned to oil, right? There's a lot of oil in Canada. So whenever there's news in Canada, especially based on oil, the market is affected, especially anything with a CAD in it. That's why. So 9 out of 10, anytime USD CAD goes one way, oil goes another. So you see how USD CAD is on this little small uptrend right here? Corrective uptrend. If we look at oil, real quick, right? Got this uptrend. Notice downtrend, right? Don't look at just this. Notice the downtrend, right? Overall, we're in a downtrend. See that? Overall downtrend. Right now, USD oil is in a downtrend. So that's what a lot of people like to do with USD CAD and oil. When one goes one way, trade the other. But I always say, always still wait for structure. Right? Let structure tell you what it's doing. I like this setup. If everything plays out correctly, you're getting that pullback. Just wait for that crossover. All right? Watch crossover before buying. That's literally it. What I just showed you on that replay, on USD. That's it. The moment you start getting some bullish momentum, watch it on the 30-minute, watch it on the 1 hour. Don't go too far. The moment you start getting some bullish momentum, that's it. You enter your trade. That's it. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Keep this very, very simple. And then as you can see, my take profit is here. Why here? When I look left, this is where price really struggled. I'm not putting it here, here, here. No. See this big drop? Where did it originate from? Up top here. So that's where I'm targeting. So that's how I'm always looking and getting those small risks, right? I'm going to risk 20 pips or whatever, and my reward is going to be 182. Yes, being patient is a skill set in its own, right? Being patient is a skill set in its own. Okay, so Gene, I don't know if you heard what I said. I just saw your question there. How do you know when to buy or sell? I just explained that. Um, I know there's a lag on this. So right here, right? And not just great brand pound pairs. Fake outs happen everywhere. Again, when a breakout happens, whether to a buy or to the downside, you never buy that initiation of that breakout. You don't buy, like I didn't buy here, right? On this first crossover when this was breaking this trend line, because now by this breakout happening, it's saying we are no longer in this downtrend. So when this initially broke out, this is not where you want to buy. You let this, you see right here on the 1 hour on my MACD, I let it pull back. Let it pull back. Let it pull back. You see how on the 30-minute it pulls back? Let it pull back. Here, once it starts generating momentum to the upside, there is when I want to start buying. Right here, based on my rules, stop loss below previous low, as you can see, right? So I got a 23 pip stop loss, and then boom, you got a 79 pip move to the upside. That's how you're supposed to trade. Wait for the retests. Again, I talked about this extensively on my last session. So if you want a more detail and thousands of examples, definitely you can watch that. Somebody asked to put it up as a favorite. I mean, if you guys want it, I'll put it up there. But yes, you don't buy the initial breakout. You wait for it. Because if it's really going to trend in that way, price should stay above the broken structure or below it, retest, and then continue going in that way. USD, JPY. So, bullish flag. So again, kind of like which pair? Odd USD, right? I was waiting for this to pull back down here and go up. It didn't really do that. If this doesn't pull back, we don't get no type of fake out. Wait for that crossover. Right? It looks like it's coming, so that'll be a good move to buy. Right? Let that cross, and then look for you to buy. No, I'm not seeing divergence on USD Swiss franc at the moment. So, gold, 4 hour. I wouldn't buy or sell inside of this channel, right? I think it's gonna, before the next big move, I would wait. I would literally wait for this to pull back some. I think it's gonna consolidate, kind of like this right here, right? When the market is doing this, all of this, you kind of don't want to be buying or selling. I mean, you can trade within this range, but you really got to know what you're doing. I don't, especially like newbies, I don't expect you guys to trade within channels like that, right? Wait for a clear trend. Like, you see how this was a clear trend up? So this right here, you see how that was a clear trend up? So you see how that clear trend, see my MACD on the 4 hour? So when I go on that 1 hour right there, again, easy to trade the pullbacks. So you see how it pulled back, right? I'm in the uptrend, pull back, and then again, boom. That's my buy point right there. Right there. That's where I want to buy. And then now you got to move, right? So you always really want to look for the trend, right? When the market is trending, that's the best time to really trade, because all you have to do is just ride it, right? But wait for this to finish consolidating, right? I think there's going to be more consolidation before it actually takes off for the next move, right? If price sharply drops and breaks this trend line, then creates a bearish flag, retest, all that, then you can look to sell. But I really wouldn't want to sell inside of this, all right? Silver, same thing. You do have a small sell opportunity here, right? So as you can see on the 4 hour, it's starting to get across. So on the 1 hour, if you want to look for a sell here, again, wait for that cross right there. So you see what I'm doing? All I'm doing is I'm taking a higher time frame. So you see right there, I got a 4 hour. I'm confirming price has crossed over because I need to be in line with the trend. So during this whole time when price was doing these uptrends here, right? All I'm doing is on the 1 hour is I'm waiting for the pullback. Waiting for it to cross to be in line with the uptrend, right? So I see we're gonna get a small sell right around here. So all I want to do is wait for that crossover right there, kind of like right here, before selling. All right. And then if price doesn't break that trend line, you can head back up. USD peso. USD peso. Again, I didn't get the pullbacks that I wanted on a lot of pairs, right? Had a nice flat. This kind of just took off, right? So we're in a nice bullish flag. We're in a nice bullish uptrend. See that, guys? Nice bullish. Hopefully, a lot of you guys, you're seeing all of this, right? See this? See how this was trending up? So while this is trending up on the 4-hour, right? And I can do this on any time frame. So while this is trending up on the 4-hour, when I go down on the 1-hour, right? What I want to see is I want to see those pullbacks. See that? Right? Because on the 4-hour, remember, look at this whole thing right here on the 4-hour. It's covering all of this on the uptrend. So when I go on the 1-hour, all I want to see is that pullback before buying. That pullback, right? Before buying. That pullback. Wait for it to cross. That cross right there. That's the key point before buying. That pullback. Cross right there before buying. Getting another pullback. I want to see a cross before buying. Right? Because based on the higher time frames, I am in an uptrend. See, daily, I can do this on any time frame. So if I go on the weekly, right? Let's take this downtrend, for example. See that? It crossed, basically telling you we are in a downtrend now. We're no longer in this uptrend. We're in this downtrend now. So this entire downtrend. So when I go down to the daily, all I want to see is I want to see this pull back to the 0 line. Right? So yeah, I would have missed all this, but I'm okay because boom, that's where I need to be. And once I have my crossover to tell me we're going back down, then I have my sell. Right? If I want to catch it sooner, then, you know, obviously I can use the 4-hour, right? As always, my recommendation, no more than 2. But I wait on that time frame. I don't move down to another time frame. All right? I wait on this time frame. So as you can see, once I move down to the 4-hour, look at now, the 4-hour time frame is presenting me more opportunities to sell. So I have another sell opportunity. I have another sell opportunity. I have another sell opportunity. Right? I have another sell opportunity, another sell opportunity. Right? And then if I move down again, it's going to present me with more sell opportunities. But one thing I can tell you is, especially when I operate, if I use like a weekly, and sometimes I do, because if I know I'm going to stand on longer trades, when your entry is on a 4-hour based off of weekly, daily, enter these many times, right? Like one good move will set you right. Like that move alone is over 800 pips, right? So you don't need to jump in and out, in and out, in and out. Again, that's why me personally, I stay away from the smaller time frames. Again, some people, you know, waiting, like somebody said earlier, you know, that in itself is a skill, which is hard for most people. Hopefully this comes back before going up. Right? That's the next level I'm looking for. Hopefully price breaks, pulls back, and then we can sell. There, and look to buy here on pullback, and actually we want to sell at the top. All right, USD Turkish. All right. So again, and this is why we watch for price. So price exploded out. Boom, broke. All right. So this is off the 1-hour. This is a good move. So if you would have went to the 30-minute, right? 30 minute, I'm pretty sure on the 15 minute, no lower than that. That was your correction, pullback. So you see that right there, and then your move to the upside. So now you're getting another one. All right? Because we're in a nice bullish uptrend. So I'm pretty sure this is probably going to pull back a little bit deeper. All right? Bullish flag forming for a buy. So I'd watch like the 30-minute time frame. All right, bullish flag. So watch this on the 30, because you gotta understand there's always going to be pullbacks on every single time frame. So you don't have to stay on the, oh, I see it on the 15-minute, let me buy here. Wait, 30-minute has a pullback coming itself. I would wait for that one. Watch for this, let it get back. Let it do whatever it does here, right? Even if it goes on a little downtrend. As long as it doesn't break this trend line, switching the trend, right? You're good. Look for the pullback. Just wait for that crossover again. Wait for the crossover. And USD ZAR. Price already reversing. Right. Thought it was going to come up, tap there. No problem. I'm still not in for a big sell until price breaks this, the structure here, right? So we don't be surprised we still get that fake out to the upside. I'm not convinced of this sell yet, so still look to sell at the top. Don't be surprised if this does something like this, right? And then tomorrow you just see it shoot up. That can definitely happen. Tag that top before dropping. Again, reason why I'm looking for a sell, and this is what you need to do. Always look left. What do we have here? Big sell opportunity. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a fake out, probably tag this high, right? That wick up there, and then drop. I actually like this. This is a good one. Keep this on your watch list. USD ZAR. So my long-term move, I'm looking for this drop. All right. Keep this on your watch list. USD ZAR. That's a good trade setup because we're at a high weekly daily point. All right, US 30. US 30, somewhat hit it, right? Starting to sell. Right. Starting to sell. Wait for a small little pullback there. And then there's your drop. Again, a small little bearish flag anyways, right? And then look for that drop. Uh, 30-minute time frame. And then look for that sell. Right. Nice sell opportunity right there. Good thing about indices, you don't need much. It doesn't take much for it to move. All right, Euro. I'm expecting a lot of, again, I'm expecting a lot of Euros to start reversing. Right here on this 1 hour, you guys can kind of see it. You got this descending channel forming for a move up. Right here, back up to 121. Definitely see it back up to 122. So what we want to see here is we want to see breakout. So if you want to catch this early, probably already getting it on the 1 out on the 30-minute. Let this break up. It's breaking up now. So right, let it break up, retest, and then buy. So wait for the retest. You might get this week. Wait for the retest. Get this week, and then boom. I'm gonna share a little secret with you guys. If you ever want to look at a currency, right, independently, kind of like the DXY, all you have to do is type in the pair, right? So in JPY's case, so it'll be JPY and WCU, World Currency Unit, right? So it's kind of like the DXY, and it'll let you know what that currency is doing. So as you guys can see here, based on the weekly chart of JPY, we got a big drop coming. So that means JPY is about to get weak. So if JPY gets weak, what does that mean? Everything against the JPY should what? Rise, right? We could get one more fake out, one more move up before the drop. So I wouldn't be surprised if the JPYs gain a little strength dropping down, but ultimately they all should be reversing and going on a nice bullish uptrend. There you go. There's a little secret gem I just shared with you guys. And you can do that with any pair, like Euro, World Currency Unit, so just WCU, so World Currency Unit. And it basically gives you the overview of what that major pair is about to do. So anyways, Euro JPY, right there. I like this setup. Nice buy setup right here. And going on a nice bullish uptrend. There you go. There's a little secret gem I just shared with you guys. And you can do that with any pair, like Euro, World Currency Unit, so just WCU, so World Currency Unit. And it basically gives you the overview of what that major pair is about to do. So anyways, Euro JPY, right there. I like this setup. Nice buy setup right here. Watch for bullish reversal. I like this very much. I like AU so far. I like USD ZAR so far. That's a good one. I like Euro JPY. That's a good one. Euro Swiss franc. All right. Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is, I'm wondering, based off the weekly, if we're going to cover that gap. There's a gap right there. So, but this, at the same time, there's also a demand zone right before it covers that gap. So it could come down to where the level it's at now and start reversing, or it can cover the gap and then boom. I think price is going to start reversing here. So watch for a bullish impulse here. Just watch for a strong bullish impulse first. You don't need to look for a buy or a sell right now, right? If price breaks this structure here, just wait for a bearish correction before selling, but just watch for a strong bullish impulse. I would like to see this breakout. If we get a breakout and correction, we got a nice long move back up here, right? And we'd be literally catching it from the bottom. So nice 600 pip move. I'll make sure we ride this together and catch all of this right here. So just watch. All you guys have to do is be on watch duty for Euro Swiss franc. You don't have to do nothing there. Nothing happening at the current moment. right? Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, right? We got a nice bullish up. So this is a nice buy right now that's happening, right? Nice bullish buy right now. You might, on the 30-minute, 15-minute, might get one more pullback here, right? If you want to watch out for that and go up. But this is a nice bullish. Nice bullish right here for an up move to the upside. And target all the way up to 178. I like this a lot. I would definitely look to buy Euro New Zealand. I definitely like this a lot. Euro New Zealand got a nice buy. Beautiful bullish flag forming right now. So on the 1 hour, little crossover. If you get a little bullish movement, we're above and everything like that. Start looking for a buy. Definitely during London session, right? You might get a little fake out during London session. Fake outs love during London session. It's always fake outs, so you'll probably see something like this. But ultimately, this should be going up, and that's a night. Like, it don't get easier than that. Perfect setup right now. When you get into trade, make sure you don't have too big of a stop loss. So if you start buying anywhere around here, don't worry about these levels here on the 30-minute, right? These don't matter, right? We're looking at the higher time frame, the 4 hour. Like, this has a big move to the upside, so start looking for a buy. Probably wait for a little pullback on your 30-15-minute. You don't ever want to buy at the top. Always wait for it to retest. Wait for that little pullback there, and then look for your buy, and then you should have a nice risk to reward setup. But that should go very nicely to the upside. We're talking about 500 pips. Worst case scenario, 250, 300. So I like this trade a lot. I'll be taking this trade myself. So keep that on your watch list. There we go. Euro odd. So Euro odd. All right. Waiting for a bearish flag forming. Let's see here. Daily 4 hour. Because of the euro, right? Odd. Be careful selling this. Right? This is just a long dragged out flag. Be careful selling this, right? That's why I just went on the daily here. Right? See what I just did there? I went on the daily. I want to see overall what are we doing here. So as you guys can see, we're, weekly, daily, boom, we're on an uptrend. So 4 hour here, and this is a strong time frame. You're starting to see a crossover start to come back. Right? So don't be surprised you see this shoot up. Right? Like I said, the only news this week I see is euro. So bullish flag actually forming for a buy. Besides, I don't like the way that it's dropping anyways. It's not dropping aggressively. Like, if I saw something clean like this, then I'd probably sell. But right here, no. So bullish flag forming for a buy. All you got to do, right? This will probably consolidate, let it pull back, and then look for your buy. There you go. Nice buy. Crossover is coming on the 4-hour as we speak. Euro, Great Britain. Now, for everybody that hates it, actually Euro Great Britain has been performing very well. Yeah, see, another bearish flag, right? Another bearish flag. So watching this on the 1-hour, again, if I go here, drop down 30-minute, right? Have this, and then that's your move. Now you're getting another bearish flag for another sell. Right? We want to see price come down here and then possibly go back up. So this is all being motivated by the Great Britain pound. Remember, when Great Britain pound gains strength, especially when it starts to move up, which a lot of them are, EG falls. And Euro CAD, I think that's the last one. Yeah, a lot of the Euros are pretty much setting up the same way. A lot of the Euros setting up the same way. Start looking for these reversals on these Euros. Right? So wait for this on the 1-hour and then boom. And you're looking for that. Watch for breakout to the upside. Again, so far I like EJ, I like Euro New Zealand, I like Odd USD, I like USD ZAR. Those setups very clean, looking very, very good. All right, Great Britain, JPY. GJ. Kind of like what GU was doing, right? Exactly what GU was doing. So had a little uptrend there. So that was your breakout. If this retest, you want to take the small buy, you can. Wait for that, and then look for the buy. Retest before buying. And then you want to watch price when it gets here. Yeah, GJ is a lot of people's favorite pairs, right? It's a very good pair when it's behaving. It's a very bad pair when it's not. So And that goes for all Great Britain pound pairs. You always want to be on the right side of a Great Britain pound pair. All right. So same thing. Same thing. So look at that. That's your breakout. Right? Breaking out. Now you're getting a bullish flag. So what we need to see here is a retest. As long as we get that retest and price comes back over, you can buy. Right? And this is a good buy right here. So I would keep GA on your watch list as well. This is a very good buy, right? 250 pips. It's a very good buy. Wait for retest before buying. Just let it pull back, right? Just like this. You see how when it pulls back, let it do as far, drop, whatever. But when it crosses over, that's when you can buy safely. And if it stays above this trend line and it pulls back, does everything, stays above the trend line, all that, then you can buy. And then as you can see here to the left, that's where price drops. So this is a good area to take profit. All right. Not bad because that's a 250 pip move right there. Like I said, that's all for Great Britain pound pairs. It all depends on what side of the market you're on. If you're on the right side, Great Britain pound pairs are amazing. You're on the wrong side, yeah, it sucks. They suck. Yes, don't worry. I know your pain. I've been there. So, they absolutely suck when you're on the wrong side. Again, see all these buys. Every time it buy, even could have bought right here, right? Look at this small buy right here. 50 pips. Right? So for those intraday traders and everything, like if this is what you look for, there you go. There's your 50 pips right there. Right? So again, wait for the same thing. Now you guys are seeing it more and more how to use the indicator properly. And this goes for an RSI as well, right? Your RSI, you should always look to be buying when it's overbought, oversold, but when it's, especially when it's in line with the trend. Now, remember what I said, RSIs really work best when market is in consolidation. So that's important too. So when you know you're in consolidation, that's the really best time to use indicator like an RSI. All right. So wait for that, and then you can buy. Buy, take profit there. All right. See there, down move, good area. All right. We want to buy. Why? Because we're already in a buy. We're in this trend. We're already trending. So we just want to use, since we're in, our histogram says momentum is uptrend. I just want to use the smaller time frame and wait for those pullbacks. So when I have a crossover to buy again, right, shift from a downtrend to an uptrend, that's when I want to buy. I don't ever want to buy while it's in that trend. I want to buy on the pullbacks, right? Perfect. 4 hour, we're in an uptrend. All right, I need to use the 1 hour, 30-minute, and I need to wait for those pullbacks. Wait for the pullbacks, and then I can buy. All right, Great Britain pound, Swiss franc. That downtrend, 4 hour. So you see here, 4 hour, we're on a little uptrend here. 1 hour, all right, perfect. So now what I really want to see is, I want to see this breakout. I I don't even really care about buying right here. I want to see a breakout. Why? Because if I get the bullish breakout, now we'll begin the uptrend, which is what I've been waiting for on Great Britain Swiss franc. I'm either going to get one more move down or we're going to go all the way back up here. And that's a lot of pips, right? From here all the way back up. 1,400 pips, right? That's a lot of pips. Right, we're getting to the point where the year is almost over, so a lot of pairs are going to basically reverse. So one or two things are going to happen. We're either going to come down one more, or we're going to break out. So I want to watch for a breakout. And again, what happens? Somebody explain to me. Do I buy if price breaks out and goes on that uptrend? What do I want to do? If price breaks out and goes on this uptrend, what do I want to do? Do I buy? No, wait for the retest, right? No, wait. Right? You wait. There you go. Wait for a retest. So if I'm on the 4, I don't care this showing strong momentum up. I don't care, right? I need this to cross back over. Pull back and let me know, right? Wait for the retest. Good job. See? Trading can be very easy when you follow your rules. Great Brain Cat. Same thing here. So I got my breakout, right? Price is basically breaking out, staying above. I'm getting a bullish flag. All right, cool. As long as it stays there. See what it did here? See how when it gave this impulse and it pulled back, it stayed above my trend line, retested that line. So you see what my MACD did? Came back, pulled. You see how my cursor is in line when this is pulling back? You see that in line? So where do I buy? I buy when price is about to make that crossover. And then I jump in. Every single time, whether I'm buying or selling. All right? So I want you guys to see that again. All right? So look. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can really see. So what did the market do? All right? Let's take that. So the market explosion. First off, hold on. This is your breakout. For all those wondering, oh, I always get caught with breakouts. I always get caught with breakouts. So breakout. Why is this a breakout? Price has broken your trend line. Price has broken your trend line. So this is the breakout. Boom. I don't buy the breakout because if you would have bought here, you would have got caught with this. Let the market pull back. Let it retest. Right? Because sometimes you're not always going to get that perfect bearish or bullish flag. It'll just, retest and test those levels, those zones, that line. All right, perfect. Price is pulling back. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, for the entry. All right, everybody pay attention. For those wondering, okay, when do I buy? When do I buy? When do I buy? This is where you're going to start to look for your buy. Right here. So you see this bullish momentum being created. So that means even though I got this bearish candlestick, bullish momentum is being created, right? Price is above my moving average. I'm above the trend line, right? We're not back down below it. So we've broken out of this downward trend line. So that means I buy in here. My stop loss is below here. And then I let the trade just run. You see how that works, everybody? right? So now I'm getting the same thing that's happening right now. So again, I want to wait for this to pull back. Let it pull back. Retest. Before buying. Let it do its thing. Let it go under, whatever. This might just drop all the way back down. Then that's perfect. That keeps you from jumping into trade prematurely. But I need to see another crossover like this before I buy. All right. So if this is breaking out, we start getting a nice move to the upside. But let's see if it breaks this level first. And we're looking for that. So you're actually getting a bullish flag right now. Retest, bullish flag. So I'm not watching my retest on the 4 hour. 4 hour momentum's too strong. I'm going to go on the 1 hour, 30 minute. Wait for that retest to that 0 before buying. Right? And then move to the upside. All right. And I think that's all the Great Britain pound pairs. We're moving along here. Yep, look to sell here. Same thing on OddCAD. Nothing happening. Right, we're still in that consolidation. So yeah, when pairs like this are consolidating, and I'm not big on a lot of odd pairs because they move too slow, I just leave it alone, right? Or JPY. All right. We're looking for this to go up. Why? Because you guys just saw. You just saw the pretty much the DXY for JPY, right? You're looking to buy. Buy from here. Or break out. I probably would look at the GJ, EJ, UJ, right? AJ is not too bad, but if you get that breakout there, that'll be a nice move to the upside. Nice, nice 300 pip move to the upside. So either way, long. Absolutely. At the end of the day, it's all about learning, right? Learning, 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 learning. That's what knowledge is all about, right? So right here, this was your breakout. Perfect example. This is your breakout. I don't buy here. And on top of that, I have a very bullish, I have a very ascending channel here. So I don't buy here. I need a MACD crossover. I need another MACD crossover. So I need it to touch this 0 line crossover like it did here before going back. All right. Preferably a big one, not these small little ones right here. I want to really see it pull back because of this ascending channel. So wait for that before going long. Right? I hope you guys are learning. That's the whole point. I'm glad you guys are learning though. That's very, very good. Very happy that you guys are learning. All right. Anybody who likes to trade Bitcoin, there you go. You're starting to get it. So during London session, you got a nice sell opportunity here. Flag is breaking down. sell, right? Bearish flag is breaking down. Price or not, overall, right? On the daily, we're starting to make that cross, so definitely look to sell. So 1 hour, wait for that to gain some strength and look for that drop. Right? And then you'll look to buy at the low here, this bottom. XRP. See? So XRP, probably one more drop. Look for that before going up. Alright. So what we want to do here, $30-minute. Already getting the cross, right? So you want to wait for this to come back. For another zero line crossover to sell. Anytime you're looking to buy or sell, buy or sell, buy or sell, always keep that in mind, especially when utilizing the MACD. Wait for that crossover. That's your signal, right? Wait for that crossover. And Cardano, nothing there. Price breaking out. Look to buy at the bottom. And then go long. All right, guys. So once again, I like GJ. I like GA. Did I say that? Yeah, I like GA. I want to see a breakout on Great Britain Swiss franc. I like the JPYs. So any of those buys that set up. So Euro JPY, GJ, all JPY. I like Euro New Zealand. I like Euro odd, not too bad. Keep an eye on that. But I really like Euro New Zealand. I like Euro CAD. What else? I like odd USD. I like USD Swiss franc. Keep an eye out on that. And I like USD ZAR. Those pairs right there, I really, really like for the remainder of this week. All right, guys. So that's it for now. Stay blessed. I will see you next Sunday, guys. Keep practicing, keep watching, keep studying. This takes time. And eventually you will get there. All right, guys. As always, remain a student. Stay blessed. I'll see you next time.